going to start the next topic from software engineering. Project planning, management, and distribution. These are the contents from this topic. Here, our point for discussion are project planning, scheduling, management, and distribution. All these topics we will refer from this same book. Okay, software engineering practitioner approach by Roger Tracy. So let's start our discussion with project. So what is it by project? Right? So up till now we have discussed requirement analysis, design analysis for any kind of software project. Here also we are going to discuss the kind of software product. So basically project is defined as a temporary attempt to achieve any kind of goal. It is to create a unique product, or to create a service, or to create any kind of result. So these projects can be large or small. It can be complete within one day, or it may take years to complete. So these projects can involve a single person or thousands of people at a time. See here, the projects can be covered with all kinds of areas. Okay. Because nowadays each and every area can undergo with different software related activities, software related projects. Can consider here school or college level products, pharmaceutical level projects, fabrication projects, construction projects, or mobile based application projects. So we can consider any kind of project with the help of this software technique. So basically this software project management is kind of application of knowledge, skills, tools, and some techniques. So to achieve number of requirements, number of customer requirements, these project activities can be collected to perform their best to achieve objective of the project requirements. So see here, project management life cycle. So whenever the project activity passes through different life cycle activities, these activities can be shown with initiation of the project, planning of the project, right? Monitoring and controlling of the project, execution of the project, and closing of the project. So see here, in this diagram, the whole project management or activity life cycle is shown, which constitutes different basic activities from initiation to closing. So whenever we discuss about project initiation, it is an activity of official declaration that the project has been launched. Okay, this is a kind of announcement which kind of project that we are going to implement. Then during this project initiation process, the business needs are basically identified. Then the required cost for the project and possible project risks are also identified in the same step. So there may be allotment of resources for the project can be done in this step. Next here, at the time of project initiation, the roles and responsibilities of stakeholders as well as customers are identified. So these are the tasks generally performed in initiation stage. Then planning. So basically, planning is an iterative process in which project manager explains the whole intent of the project. Okay, the whole idea of the project is explained by the project manager to all team members. So this phase for planning the number of processes that will be used in the project. So the manner in which the project work will be executed should be planned in this phase. Okay, so whenever you are going to start any kind of tour or trip, then definitely you need to plan something. Okay, right? So primary result of planning process is the project management plan. So basically, this planning document actually contains different kinds of small plans, okay, smaller modules that address different areas of the project. So various plans that can be generated in this planning steps are project management plan, scope baseline, change management plan, configuration plan, or requirement management plan. So such kind of management small modules, such small plans can be developed under this planning process. Then executing is a project. Executing a project is a unique activity for each discipline, and it is directed by the project management. Okay. Actually, whatever objective we have decided for any kind of software project, we need to execute. So at this stage, the project management, all the team members has to spend more time and efforts, as well as most of the resources are also involved in this step. So basically, the goal of this project execution activity is to create the product or service that will satisfy the customer requirements. Okay. So in this step also, we need to consider the cost of the project. Okay. So directly cost of the project execution is related to the whole resources, team members, and all these things. So most of the IT projects need to purchase the resources and materials such as software and hardware in order to satisfy the requirement of the stakeholders. In the same way, for hardware kind of projects, you need to purchase different components, resources, cables, okay, circuits, like that. So conducting or executing these projects according to the planning can take some time, definitely, and it can affect the overall cost of the project. Then next is monitoring and controlling. Okay. So this activity provides that the project is progressively accurate, as well as is it going to according to plan. Okay. Is it implemented according to plan? So if there are problems or issues or any kind of risk occurs in between, then the project shifts back to the project plan. Okay. If any kind of problems, issues, or risk occurs in between, then definitely the project shifts back to the project planning. So it is possible to manage the scope, time and cost changes according to all these things with monitoring and controlling activities. So the project stakeholders can verify the project scope. It has meet the requirements to make the projects acceptable. Okay. If it is accurate as per the requirements, then definitely it is acceptable to the end user. And due to this monitoring and controlling activities, quality control activities can be planned, and it is also conducted to ensure the quality of the project. So this is very important activity and considered to be a central activity from which can every other activities are to be controlled. So this activity helps the project developers to find and fix the number of errors. And finally, closing the project. So closing activity indicates that the signal that the project is complete. Okay. So the project process allows project phases and the project as a whole to be closed. This each and every activity within that software project you need to close it. All the necessary documents, final reports are produced at the end of the closing activity. So all the project information should be archived for future usage. Okay, we need to maintain for same kind of projects in future. So basically, this work done in the project can be used for supporting the solution to other projects or other project managers, right? So definitely at the final stage, post-delivery support, warranty, inspection, as well as payment activities need to be carried out. Next, scope, planning, scope, management. So already in the project life cycle, we have seen the planning step, and under that planning step, we need to plan various scope management plans. So how to do it, that we are going to discuss over here. So what is meant by scope? What is meant by scope? Basically, scope refers to all the work involved in creating the products of projects and the processes used to create them. So this software scope describes all type of works involved in creating the products of the project as well as the processes used to create them. So it describes function as well as features that are to be delivered to end users, and the data that are input as well as output, the content that is to be presented to user as a consequence of using the software. Right? So the performance constraint interfaces, so the reliability that bound the system is considered as scope. So scope is basically defined using two kinds of techniques. First is narrative description of software scope, which is developed after communication with all kinds of stakeholders. This how much extent we need to extend our project. Then a set of use cases is to be developed by the end users. So while defining this project scope management, it includes the processes involved in defining as well as controlling the work, right? In the project. So to understand scope, we need to understand the customer needs, we need to understand the business context. Okay. If customer need is more than the expected output, then we need to consider the available contents, the business context, project context, whether which can applicable, we can easily fulfill the requirements of the customers and understand the customer's motivation. So all these things should consider in the scope. So in the next lecture we will discuss the number of resources. Okay, what kind of resources we need to plan. So thank you for attending this lecture.